I kept my promise, and now, with your help, our brand new justice, and he is really something very special, Neil Gorsuch sits on the bench of the United States Supreme Court.
President Trump touting his Supreme Court success before a crowd at the NRA convention last night. Our next guest says the nomination of Justice Neil Gorsuch was a huge victory for the pro-life movement.
That's right. Joining us now, the niece of Dr. Martin Luther King and Fox News contributor Dr. Alveda King. Doctor, thank you very much for joining us this morning. So you call these first 100 days the most pro-life we've ever seen. Why?
Well, actually, I was talking to Father Frank Pavone at Priest for Life, and we even did an op-ed to just point out that not only has President Trump kept his promise, there are many of those initiatives that he promised. We have the Supreme Court Justice Gorsuch. We have the Mexico City policy that says we don't use our hard-earned tax dollars to send out of the country to abortion providers. We won't do that. And the list actually goes on, and we're very delighted. President Trump said to Planned Parenthood, I won't defund you if you stop doing abortions. And of course, they said they're going to keep doing abortions. So he has been very faithful with that. Even if you stretch it out to the STEM programs for women, the science programs, the opportunities for more women to enter into science and medicine and all of that. And we believe that the more people who are in medicine who admit that the baby is a human being in the womb, that's going to be pretty good too. So he has kept his promise, and I'm very pleased with that. I really am.
Let's talk about race relations, something near and dear to your heart, your family's history, of course. How would you grade this president who said he was going to reach out and make huge strides on race relations in this country in this first 100 days? Can you give him a grade?
President Trump gets an A from me. I was at the African American Museum in Washington, D.C. with him. We had meaningful conversations. Omarosa was right there with us, and we were talking about the plight of African Americans in this nation. Dr. Ben Carson, Congressman Tim Scott, we were all there with him, and I was very pleased with that. The historical black colleges and universities are really on the radar of the president. He knows that we have to have good education and good opportunities to compete. So he's doing that with not just the African Americans and women, but really for all Americans.
And we've been talking about that with the commercial break. When you think about the last few years of President Obama's presidency and the riots that were breaking out across this country between the cops, the police officers, and the black community, what do you think has changed between then and now? Because it does seem like things have calmed down a bit.
The prayers of those who are praying for the president, we were praying for each of those 100 days. I believe that prayer is very key, and to strengthen the president to go ahead and move with those initiatives, praying for him in his seat of authority and others that we can have peaceful lives. So prayer coupled with sanity, yes.
A wonderful message. Dr. Alveda King, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
All right, coming up here next on Fox and Friends, the great